Long time since I've streamed, so hello, friends and enemies. Um, if you've never been to my channel, I go by Jericho, and I lose my train of thought a lot, so that's how we're starting this. So it's December of 2kGayteen, and this year has been one of those years. Forget the fact that I've been having one of those years every year for the last 24 years, but this one's been real zesty for me. I had some really, really great moments, and I've also had some of the most difficult to deal with struggles in my whole life, many of which nobody even knows happened, and it's crazy, but that's life, I guess. I went to my first convention ever, which people who know me are always shocked. They're like, "You don't go to cons?" I'm like, "I've never had anybody to go with me." And so this year I finally got to go to SuperCon. That was really fun. Like 5 people took pictures of my outfit. It was really cute. The reason being, I guess, was I was wearing like this black skirt, and it was just like a cotton above the knee skirt, and I had these rainbow zebra stripe suspenders on, and I had a crop shirt that said "Satan is my daddy" in it in really fancy font, and I had my space buns and I had my makeup on point, and people fucking loved it. And one of those people was a preacher, and I only know that because I was just walking along minding my own business, and he walks up, he was like, "Can I take a picture of your shirt?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, yeah." And he goes, "Now, I don't want to be weird, but I'm a preacher, and I think my friends would think that your shirt is hilarious." And I'm like, "Okay." So I just let him take a picture of me and my shirt, and at the time, I also had an ace flag draped around my shoulders triumphantly, so I was looking all kinds of crazy. And hopefully, what he said was true, and my pictures aren't going to end up all over some weird Christian forums like, "Look out for these crazy bitches." But it was fun. It was funny. I met Alice Cooper at the con, and he thought my shirt was hilarious, and he was super cool. Like, he even sat and like bantered with me for a little bit, gave me his autograph, super nice. We talked about my first name, which isn't actually Jericho, but we like had some talk about that. Like, he liked it. He liked the whole thing I had going on, which is weird because it's like I've met a couple of famous people, but not as many are just like, "Hey, you know what? You look fucking cool." And I was like, "Huh, I feel even cooler now," because, you know. Anyway, so yeah. Oh, and I mentioned I got an ace flag there. I got my first asexual themed shit that I've ever had in my life, so that's cool. I don't usually have stuff like that because they don't make a lot of it, and I don't often go to places that facilitate people purchasing that sort of thing because I'm super. But there's that. So that was kind of an accomplishment. I've always wanted one. I got some bites. If you saw my previous video, you know. If you follow me on Instagram, you know that. They were supposed to be shark bites, but old dude told me that they would heal better if I just did them one at a time. And I'm like, you know what? That makes absolute sense. We'll just do it one at a time. So snake bites for now. I upgraded my PlayStation to a terabyte, and I got an Xbox this year. So that's also cool because I've never had consoles like this before. I've only ever had like a Game Boy or my DS. Like, my gaming systems were literally Game Boy Color. I got a Game Boy SP, I bought a DS Lite, and PC that I've ever had until now, and I really love gaming this way. Oh my god. Like, I love PC gaming still, and I still love my handheld shit, but I like using my big TV. So, yeah. Um, One thing I was reflecting on recently was how Pearl died this year, my hedgehog. She was albino. Um, and that still is kind of stuck with me because she was just like a little spiky rodent and she didn't really do a whole lot. She was grumpy most of the time. She slept most of the time. She was kind of mean. But when I got her, I was just under so much duress in my life, and I didn't really have anything that I was living for at the time. So then I just acquired this hedgehog because I had a work friend that really couldn't care for her like she had wanted to because she had gotten her from somebody else. She was a rescue. And I don't know, I just got really emotionally attached, just because I don't know, she was just kind of there and she was always grumpy, and I was just kind of there doing my thing, but she took such minimal effort that it didn't stress me out to take care of her, and I liked taking care of her. And she was really good for me and helped me heal a lot from the trauma that I had been through and stuff. And I'm still actually genuinely sad that she is gone. Um, it's weird, you know. Um, Another sad thing that happened this year, and it happened really recently, was my grandmother's home that I always picture her living in, even though she moved twice when I was growing up. The one that I always picture her in, the person we sold it to, I guess, gave it to her son or whatever, and they tore the house down. And it's not just sad for me in like the way of like nostalgia and stuff. Like, it was a historical home. It was on a road in my town called Hosfeld, and it was known as the Hosfeld House because it was originally like a German pub, and it just, I don't know, it was a beautiful home. It had beautiful features in it. I don't know, I would have wished that they would have, since our family kept in contact, like, gave us some heads up or considered calling the historical society to, they probably would have fixed anything. It didn't really need a lot, but they probably would have fixed stuff to make it even more livable in, and then they wouldn't have to worry about it as much. They could have lived in it. But I get it, they probably want something contemporary and hideous to go on that beautiful property. But I did get something out of it. I got a brick. um, And when my mom called me, that was like, we were both crying on the phone about it because it was just disappeared one day. And I was just like, I need you to give me something like a rock. And so she did. She got me a brick. And I'm actually really glad that she got me this perfectly square, really nice one. I think since I've moved and stuff, I haven't really had my stuff that I usually have in my homes up. Like, I keep like little family altars and things like that, and I think that would be a really good piece to put in one. I just have to find a shelf or something with, and like get some really good brackets because it's a whole fucking brick. But I think that would be a really good addition just for me personally, since it was my mom's childhood home. We had all of our holidays there. I lived there for like the first 5 years of my life, and then I was still there almost every single day after school, like, and all during the summer because my grandmother watched me. And that house was just a really important part of my development. So it is sad that it is gone, but I'm glad that I have that for myself. Um, you know, just to feel like it's a little bit less gone. Yeah. Um, I also lost my car this year, and I don't even think I told anybody that story. I might have to tell that story, but essentially, the police stole it, in a nutshell. And so I lost my car, got a new car for $600 less than we thought we were going to pay for it. So that's cool. I had 2 confirmations. I did 4 tattoos for people, which is pretty good considering I don't work in a shop and it's rare that I get the opportunity to be in one to do stuff like that. I found the perfect dead squirrel on the sidewalk this year. And that's only relevant because I would like to practice taxidermy and I only want to use ethically acquired animals, and the squirrel is just perfect and it's in my freezer because I'm too actually scared that I'm gonna mess it up, even though it's my first time, so I haven't tried anything yet. But I've got the perfect squirrel. What else? I got 2 aloe cuttings to add to my plant collection, and I got a bonsai juniper tree. Well, actually, my partner picked that out, so, but it is really cute and cool. Yep, I've been knocking around the idea of making a kin specific channel to kind of get it away from this one, which is meant to just be like personal stuff. But I don't know if I do it often enough for that to even be relevant. I've also considered doing a game specific channel. I know that I posted like some phone app reviews and stuff that doesn't really count. But I don't know. I just know that some people really love gaming stuff and some people really hate it. And I wouldn't want to lose subscribers just because I really like you guys and most of you have been with me for a really long time. And if I completely change content, that would suck. Like, I wouldn't plan on only doing gaming stuff, but I do game often enough to where if I'm on my day off, I could have up to 4 or 5 15-minute segment videos, and I don't want to spam anyone's feed. I don't think I would post that many in a day, like, honestly, but you see what I mean, like how if I play for 3 hours and I'm constantly doing things, that could lead to like longer videos that are gaming videos or more of them. So that's something to think about. I don't know. If I did it on this channel, I would try and restrict myself to like 2 a month probably, just so that my entire, like, everything that I've been talking about so far just doesn't get drowned out. Because I talk about a wide variety of topics, but at the same time, I'm not completely all over the place, I don't think. So we'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'll see what the consensus is, like, from you guys and other people. Because I have some people who religiously watch my videos, but they just only ever, like, give me feedback through Instagram or DeviantArt. So there's that. But yeah, a lot happened this year for me. I got a new job that I hate, but it's a job that pays me, so that's cool. And accomplishment I didn't even think to mention, bought these fucking ears this year, and I wear these fucks all the fucking time. Look at them. I wish they matched my skin a little bit better, but you know how life is. It just can't. It just can't. So, I guess that's most of what I have to reflect upon, or had to reflect upon for this video. If you like this video, put the thummy thing in the upward right position. Consider subscribing if I don't, like, annoy you too much. My voice is awful, I will admit that. Shaky cam's not great because I'm on my bed. I have a long way to go as far as like quality, but considering I mostly just do vlogs, I don't know. Whenever I plan one out ahead of time instead of just doing impromptu like this, they usually come out better. But sometimes I have an idea and I just roll with it. So yeah, thank you for sitting through this.